Hello everyone and welcome to Spot. In this episode we're gonna have a look over one pretty popular and quite expensive runeword, mostly targeting mercenaries, and the one in mind is called Pride. This one requires 4 runes and 3 out of them being quite expensive, so the runes are Cham, Sur, Io and Lo, level requirement being level 67, and now let's discuss the options, starting up with 25% chance to cast level 17 Firewall when struck. On its own, this is not very strong option, I'd say, but nevertheless still provides a little bit of extra elemental fire damage in the situation. After this we got the main star of the show, which is level 17 concentration aura when equipped, and this is the main option which we're targeting with this runeword. After this we got 271% bonus to attack rating, which is pointless for the mercenary simply because he's lacking that stat. After this we got 91% damage to demons, which is based on character level, so it can scale up to level 99, for example. And this is also quite strong damage booster to demon type enemies. After this we got 50 to 280 lightning damage, which depending on the attack speed of your mercenary can also be pretty solid elemental damage booster. After this we got 20% deadly strike, which is basically 20% chance to do double damage. After this we got hit blinds target, which is something which I'd rather not to have, but still it's presented in this runeword. Then we got freezes target plus 3, which is pretty good, I'd say, effect. Whenever your mercenaries start attacking enemies, these enemies have chance to be frozen, which is gonna basically completely stop them from moving, or if they are slowed by the freeze, then they're gonna have reduced attack speed and movement speed. After this we got Replenish Life 8, which is targeting the survivability of your mercenary, and it's a good option to have. And the last option is 170% extra gold from monsters, which is also based on character level, so it can scale up even higher than that. And ideally you'd like to make this runeword in an ethereal base, just to be able to extract every single damage coming out of this weapon, simply because the runeword itself is lacking the percentage enhanced damage, so you can see it only does 27 up to 232 damage on its own, so basically it doesn't really do much for my mercenary. Now the way to utilize such runeword is, I'd say, quite obvious, but let's discuss it nevertheless. So you're gonna need mercenary from Act 2 and ideally nightmare difficulty, so you'll be able to select one with the might aura spawning on him. And if I am to put this weapon on my mercenary, he's gonna have those 2 auras working at the same time, and that's gonna be the might aura level 21, giving us 240% extra physical damage, and then the level 17 concentration aura when equipped. So that way this mercenary is gonna provide me and him, as well as my party, if I happen to play online that is, with the 2 physical damage auras, and them being might and concentration. And now, who are the characters which can benefit with such mercenary setup? And immediately the very first one is gonna be the standard Zealer Paladin, utilizing the Fanaticism aura, and with such a mercenary setup you have access to exploiting those 3 physical damage boosting auras all at the same time, which let me tell you is extremely huge damage booster for your character. Now the next character which can work quite well with such a mercenary setup is, I'd say, the Boazon class. Now with the physical damage dealing Boazon, ideally you'd like to target the Fate runeword for your main weapon, and this runeword is also providing you with the Fanaticism aura. So let me show you what I mean by that, and here we've got the Fate runeword, and this one also gives level 13 Fanaticism aura when equipped. So with Boazon using such a weapon and such mercenary setup, you also have access to all these 3 auras being active for you at the same time. Then the next character which I can think of is working very well with such a setup is gonna be the Whirlwind Barbarian, and this character also has access to the Beast runeword, which is quite similar to the Fate as well, and is also providing your character with the Fanaticism aura when equipped. So this way you can still have access to all of those 3 physical damage boosting auras at the same time. Now the last 2 characters which I can think of which can dramatically benefit from such a setup are gonna be the Necromancer Summoner build and the Druid Summoner build respectively. Both of these also can utilize the Beast runeword and essentially provide their summoning army with the 3 physical damage aura boosts, and of course these are also working very well in party scenarios, so if you happen to play online and do such a mercenary setup, your whole party is gonna benefit dramatically from this aura if the other players happen to be physical damage dealers. So nevertheless, very expensive Runeword to make, definitely difficult with all these runes, Chamser and Law. Eventually there are much better alternatives if you happen to be out of those build categories, and yeah, you can use much simpler items when you're mercenary, for example. You don't have to make this one specifically, but if you happen to play one of those characters which we discussed within this video, then definitely give it a try if you're wealthy enough to make one for yourself. I highly recommend it, and this is gonna lead us to the end of this video, guys. I hope it's been helpful for you, and please, if it did, click the like button.